Hello, welcome. I'm Shelby Sutter, Wealth Advisor at Hightower Las Vegas, and today we have a special segment of Community Spotlight for you. I'm joined with Dane Neves, who is the Marketing Manager for Spread the Word Nevada. Dane, thanks for joining us.
Sure, thank you for having me on.
Of course, we're so glad to have you. So today we're going to talk about Spread the Word Nevada, but really we created Community Spotlight so that we could showcase the nonprofits around the Valley and all of the good work that they are doing. And with that, I'll let Dane talk about what he does every day.
Sure. So Spread the Word Nevada is the state's largest children's literacy nonprofit. We provide free books and literacy services to children and families across the entire state. So that would include Clark County, Washoe County, and Elko County. We currently serve 81 schools in underserved communities. These are Title I schools. And we have 4 programs that kind of span our literacy services.
Perfect. Do you want to talk to us about the program specifically? I know literacy is a heavy lift, and it takes the whole community. So let's talk a little bit about your different programs and how people could get involved.
Sure. So we exist because Nevada has some of the lowest literacy rates in the entire nation. We're trying to nip it in the bud. So our 4 programs include Kids to Kids, which is our flagship program. That's where every month these 81 schools get a delivery of free books donated by the public, and the kids get to pick their own. And it's such a magical experience for a kid to pick their own book that kind of encourages a love of reading. So that's, month to month, that's what happens. Another program we have is called Breakfast or Snack Time with Books. That's a before or after school read aloud training program for families where parents can bring their kids, have a little snack, and a Spread the Word Nevada staff member will kind of show them how to read together as a family. We also have Books and Buddies, which is a mentorship program. So volunteers are paired with struggling readers in select schools, and they have one-on-one reading sessions with them every month. And we also have a new program called Readers in Training, which is for our birth to 5-year-olds, and that's where we send books, age-appropriate books, to children under 5 to kind of get them to start having a love of reading as well. So those are the 4 programs that we offer.
Oh, that's awesome. So I noticed when you were speaking about the children picking their own book, you got very passionate.
Yes.
Do you want to talk to me about that a little bit, or how you got involved with Spread the Word? I could tell your passion for reading came through whenever you got so excited that they got to pick their own book. So I want to touch on that, and I want to let you talk on that for a little bit.
Sure. So my title is Marketing Manager, and my job is pretty much to tell the story of Spread the Word Nevada through websites, posters, flyers, social media, interviews like this. So I love doing this kind of stuff. I love talking about it, but really the most rewarding thing about this job is actually getting a chance to go into the schools during any one of these programs and seeing the faces of these kids light up when they get to have a book, they get to read, they get to share it with their friends. Their teachers get super excited to see them choosing the books. And that is a huge deal for them, because some of these kids have never owned a book in their entire life. So our job is to kind of allow them to build a home library, because if they have a love of reading, they'll succeed later on in life.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
How has your love of reading affected what you're doing now?
Oh, so my background is actually film and media, and it's storytelling, right? So no matter what medium you use to tell a story, it's impacting people in a certain way. So whether it's a film, a book, a television show, it's just so, no matter who you reach, it's just so impactful. So having the kids being able to choose their own stories and work with adults, work with mentors to get through those stories, to kind of relate to their own world, is just incredible. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's talk a little bit about funding. How are you funded?
Sure. So we are funded through a lot of grants and a lot of community donations, foundations. A lot of the books that we send out to the kids every month are donated from the public. So as a call to action, I'd like to say that if you have any books at home, children's books collecting dust, we'd be glad to take them off your hands. We distribute about 70,000 books per month. That's how
Wow.
much we need to cover all of our services. So the donations from the public really help.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure keeping up with the budget to disseminate that many books is tough.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of books.
Yeah, and a lot of the times the books donated from the public isn't enough. We have to actually sometimes buy, thrift books in bulk to get it shipped to us to cover our services. So the more donations we get from the public, the easier it is for us to handle all that.
Perfect, perfect. And then you mentioned being in 81 Title I schools
Right.
in Nevada. Talk about what that means.
So the schools that we're a part of, or we're offering our services to, are in a lot of underserved communities. A lot of the parents of the kids that go to these schools are sometimes working 2-3 jobs at a time, so they don't have the time, the resources, the training to help these kids read and learn. So that's why we're kind of stepping in to help the schools, help the parents to kind of level these kids up. And
Awesome.
The schools that we're a part of are awesome partners. They work really well with us. They are passionate about getting the literacy rates up as well. So it's a very symbiotic relationship with all parties.
So how can the public help you reach more schools, reach more volunteers, reach more teachers, administrators, even Clark County School District staff, so that you can have more of an impact?
Sure.
What kind of connections are you looking for?
Well, the first line of defense is to know more about where we are and what kind of services we do, and also what kind of help we need. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and we post on the daily of what kind of, what we're looking for, what we need, what events we'll be at that will be accepting donations. So follow us on social media and kind of just educate yourself that way. If you don't have monetary funds to provide to us, or actual books to provide to us, we can always utilize volunteers. Book preps is something that we allow people to come into our building and actually clean and prep these donated books that will eventually go out to the children. And that's a really easy way to volunteer. It's 2 hours of your time. It's indoors, air conditioned, and you basically just sit, listen to music, and clean books all day. So that's a really easy way to get involved as well. If you're looking to help us out in a bigger capacity, contact us. You can go to stwn.org, and we can maybe get you set up with our development team and talk about bigger fundraising opportunities that way.
Awesome, awesome. We touched on everything, I think, really quickly. Anything else that you want to leave our audience with, or any other call to actions? I know we touched on the website, we touched on social media, we touched on donations, books, and monetary, if able. Anything else?
Yeah, sure. Just even if your child is not a student of one of the 81 schools that we serve, we encourage parents of all backgrounds to continue to read with your children, because that really makes a difference in their lives. A child who cannot read won't be able to read a menu, or apply for a job, or buy a plane ticket. So it's just so essential, and a lot of us take it for granted. But that's why Spread the Word Nevada is here, is just to kind of educate the community and uplift our future. Yeah.
Well, I love that you exist. I love that this is something Nevada has embraced. As you said, we certainly need it. Mm-hmm. It's a foundation, right? It's a foundational block of society.
Right.
And so we can't thrive if we can't survive.
That's right.
By
yes.
reading our menus and doing our job applications.
Yeah.
So thanks for the good work you do, and thanks for joining me today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.